My guy, Freddie P, man. Let's get right into it. Diddy, he got indicted. How you feel about that?
Sh- it was a surprise to me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like when you see Puff, it's kind of a surprise. But like I told my brother, man, he was telling me he don't think Puff gonna get locked up. I say, bitch, they got Chapo. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you earlier, they got Chapo. They could put Chapo under the ground. They could hire Puff. But it's just long overdue. Like
I agree. Obviously, y'all known Diddy to have these allegations for so many years. You can date back to the 90s of him being allegedly involved in certain acts and doing certain things to individuals, and everything is finally coming to light. We're going to see how everything plays out.
for a while, it made me kind of question, like, damn, It's to the point where it felt like they forced the feds to do their job. He forced the feds to do their job because if they didn't do it, everybody looking at them like, what, do you motherfuckers exist? You know what I'm saying? Like, he done got away with too much, but you gotta understand this, right? A lot of stuff Puffy going through, and I don't wish bad on him. Like, before this transpired, I had a lot of hatred toward him, but it was about financial reasons. When it comes to this subject, it's very sensitive to me because it's a lot of victims in here. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of at the end of the day, it's still somebody's father. You know what I'm saying? So, but we make our own bed, man. And for a long time, a lot of people. I want him to understand that a lot of people was hurt because you couldn't live your truth. Everything he going through right now is because he couldn't let go. He couldn't let go having a position of power over street niggas and also being who he is. The more who he was, he had to show more aggression. That's like when I sucked my thumb. When I grew up, the reason people might think I'm tough and right is transpired because when I was in a place sucking my thumb, I knew I had to go extra hard for you to know not to play with me. You get what I'm saying? Like it made me turn it to somebody else because you might take a perception of me sucking my thumb. You might think I'm soft. You might think I'm gay, anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like with him. If people know his secrets, because believe one thing about it, and that's with all these rappers. Somebody know your secrets. You might you and Puffy get, because Puffy, I can imagine he approached these guys who going through financial situations, these rappers who get themselves start making a lot of money. Then when things don't be um hot no more, you fall back on people like him. He prey on you, and what he do is he offer you things to keep up a lifestyle. You can imagine Puppy Playboy. Playboy, don't worry about that, man. I can get us, come with me to the island, Playboy. Come chill with me. Won't be no security guards, no nothing. Won't nobody know about your business. Hey, don't worry about that. I'll wire that, Playboy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of rappers out here that got secrets because they fell into them situations with
Mm.
Puffy.
And I feel like some people who came forward and said things about Diddy might be false, but I think it's still a lot of people who spoke out against Diddy. Their stories are accurate and they're just not chasing a bag. So it's just a crazy case, man. Like I said, this been going on for years and years and years. Like I said, everything's just catching up to him, and it's still a shocker that he got caught because for so long it seems like nothing was happening. All this stuff was coming out that he did so and so to so and so, and nothing was done. So I think that's why he continued doing what he was doing for all these years, because he never got caught. And like dude said, he made his bed. He continued to do this stuff knowing it was wrong, and it's finally catching up to him.
And I know this personally. Like I know personally, but like I say, a lot of stuff that I know, like I knew a lot of stuff that came out this week. We was talking about. I was like, man, I been knew that. I been knew about the girl that came out. She was just afraid to tell her story for a long time. Like I knew, sir, when you're in a circle, like the band is like you know what I'm saying? So things that transpired in their band, because they work with people that we worked with, you know what I'm saying? It gets back to us. And not only that, I done been on a phone call and hear people explaining their situations. It's crying about, situations. And it only gonna get worse. Like I was telling people, like it's hard to say because I don't want to spoil what's coming up. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say this. Like I said, it gets deeper and deeper. And the more that come out, the more intriguing the story gonna be. All I want to tell people is when that Netflix series come out, it's a rapper coming out with a Netflix series. I won't say no name. I don't want to spoil it for him. I'm not a friend of his. I don't want to, spoil something he got going on. But I will say this: he's doing a phenomenal job to the point where I was in awe. You get what I'm saying? I was presented the opportunity to work with him, but like I said, the money wasn't enough for me to leave my couch. But he's doing a phenomenal job, man. There's so many people that's hurt behind this. There's so many people that got it's guys that that can't come out because of their image. You know what I'm saying? That'll make your eyes go like, whoa. I know about the slams, the Stevie J's. I know I'm in a circle. I know about y'all. Y'all confirmed. You don't got, but see, even with Stevie J, when you got secrets out there of a lifestyle and the lifestyle you really living, it's a community out there that really know you. You can't hide from them. You could come play tough to us because we don't hear nothing about it. We don't hang around the same crowds. They know you. They know what you and Puffy was going on, not just Stevie J. I'm just saying anybody. If you're in that community and you trying to hide something, you could hide it from the street dudes and the thugs and the regular, but they know you. And that's what a lot of rappers was facing. That's why a lot of them can't defend themselves. You hear them, they be, they can't really say no because they know somebody know you. Somebody know for a fact. Somebody was there with y'all. Somebody he confided in, like as a best friend. You know what I'm saying? That know these rapper secrets. You can imagine being propositioned by Puffy like that though, right? Like, you f***ed up. And he could fly you to a private island and get rid of the security and give you, wire you $1 million or 20 or make sure that you get this endorsement deal. That's how easy it is for him to gain leverage over people.
And I think that's what he did. Because he has so much money, he bribed people. He gave people money, like hush money, like shh, don't talk about it. I'm gonna give you this 200,000 or this 300,000, and you not gonna talk about what went down. That's what he was doing for so many years, and it's finally catching up to him.
Come on, man, you got 1,000 bottles waiting. Thought what, 10,000, 5,000, some shit like that. My boy, that's a lot of back busting. You hear me? That's too much. I was like, wait, what? It's like you ran a chain of operation. You got an operation of just back busting. Like, what are y'all, like, it's not, bro, you 50. Can you even get up that much, bro? Like, you that turned on? Like, bro, baby oil? People use baby oil and shit. Well, see, that's a whole nother situation. That's a whole nother community. They got their own little. I was like, baby oil. I was like, what baby oil for? What do you think? Rubbing each other down, getting shiny and shit. Then it hit me. Oh, okay. Yeah. My boy was loose with it. But no, man. Prayers to Diddy, man. Prayers to him, man. I don't want to kick him out. I just ain't that kind of dude. I'm getting mine. Like I say, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. It's a lot of Bible passages that pass through this dude's life that was it whatever in the dark shall come to the light. That's one we living out right now. It's one he living out more than us. Because for so long, you got to imagine having that money and that power, secrets. He's literally assaulting men. You get what I mean? Like, it may be common nowadays, but for a man to walk up and slap your ass or let me get your number or come to my hotel room, that shit is not normal. I ain't never heard no shit like that in my lifetime for no man to approach you like that. And he's done it several times. I just pray for his daughters, man. And all the people around him who was protected for so long, you got to come outside right now. The Stevie J's, you still want to fight, You still want to fight Stevie J? To put up the Notre Dame dudes. You still want to fight 50, homie? I don't think so. Now, y'all, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, back to what I was saying about, that's why they act so tough. They act so tough because they know it's whispers about them. So when I see you in person, I got to show you, I'll f you up. I'm a gangster. I'm this and that. That's an act, man. Real gangsters can see through all that shit. All I say is Puffy should have just lived his life, man. You still could have been on top of the world, enjoy you. It's a world full of love. What's wrong with you living a world full of love? Even if you loving men, you full of love, bro. You ain't gotta try to come over here and maintain a character that force you to be a monster. Cause you want to be on top. You want to control monsters. You want gangsters to respect you. You still want to be able to slap a nigga in his mouth. You can't do both. You can't do both. You can't be a gangster. You can't be Omar from The Wire, bro. Like, you're not that. And it backfired on my boy. Like I say, it's a lot coming out, boy. Check out, it's a rapper coming out with a documentary, and when it come out, everybody gonna be fucking surprised. I think it's, man.
Some telling me he talking about Mace. That's the only rapper I could think about. Cause I know Diddy screwed over Mace, but I could be wrong. And my thing with Diddy is, bro, you got all this money. Why do people of high power abuse their fame and their wealth? Why do they become monsters? It's crazy how a lot of these people with money end up being in some mess. Why can't you just be successful and live a good, righteous life instead of doing all this violent stuff and forcing people to do certain things and trying to have control over certain individuals? It's just not right.
That's gonna be the shocker, right? Yeah. I heard some shit. I was hearing shit. And as it was being presented to me, man, I don't know how to feel sorry for people all the time, but at that moment I was like, damn, bro, because I was in the same situation. And what if he, ever would have came at me like that? I'd probably be dead or, anything, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't no telling how I would have reacted. But I pray.
Where did you hear? You don't have to say the guy's name, but
It's kind of hard to explain because then you're gonna figure out who I'm talking about. But I was also on the phone with somebody, right? And we was discussing, and he was telling me, I was like, that nigga don't like you. He hated your guts, and y'all became friends. He said, man, I want to tell you something, man. He said, I never told nobody this because it ain't my motherfucking business. He was like, I'm just trying to feed my motherfucking kids. And he was like, he's like, man, such and such, one night, I remember when we was, I'm like, yeah, he's like, man, somebody had wanted me to go, deliver a message. It was important. Like, I had to do it. And I kept telling the person that Puffy busy. It's like, oh, he need to go tell him right now. He said, long story short, I went to the security guard. I told him how important it was. He let me in the room. And when I came in the room, I seen Puffy busting. They was getting it in. And he said, that's kind of like why, he said, and I never sprayed his secret. He said, and that's kind of like why I got to, like, I can't even say it because you're going to know what I'm talking about. But he just told me, like, that's why everything started falling for me. Everything started happening good with me. That's why me and his relationship still cool. But I want to know from the Bentleys. I want to know, like, I don't want to put these people, because these people got kids, like, but I would love for them to just, take the time to get that clarity, bro. Like, when I cried about my financial situations, that shit helped me a lot. It changed my life, actually. Like, I was in a suicidal state, and sometimes we just need people to hear us. So if they going through something, I advise them to just get with somebody. And it's not about filing lawsuits or trying to be seen. It's just about having that therapeutic moment, that cleansing, that clarity, and getting that shit out your system. That's assault. and he done it for so many years and got away with it. Like years. Like it became behavior. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like a once a month thing. It was a lifestyle. He was a monster in real life. And I knew about this stuff. But you can't prove it, and it's not my job to fucking try to bash Puffy, because where I was coming from was a place of hate. So everything I said would have been taken, but I knew it was coming. You go back to my old interviews. All this stuff that's coming out right now, I'm so happy. It's more. It's more. But I'm so happy it finally came out. A lot of stuff people don't understand Puffy endured. A lot of stuff Puffy went through when he was younger. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I say, when this DVD come out, y'all check it out, man. We watched the icon fall, and a lot of people don't understand. It's like a changing of the guards. That's all it is. Like, they stayed around, they played the game a little too long. And this is how God works. It's like hip hop is independent. The music is independent. The owning of your masters is independent. It's a new changing of the guard. And all the old parasites is just falling off one by one. Because they never had talent. They just leashed on to the talent. Let me tell you what Puffy was. And what a lot of them is. They mediators. What they call them, mediators, right? Where you gotta they go-betweens. So you got the Leos who scared to approach the thugs like that. But Diddy from that world, so I could intermediate. I could get percentages from negotiating and making this deal, but you got to give up that butt. You got to give up that butt and royalties. And I can change your family life. You know why? Because he had to give up that butt. People don't understand. That's the reason. That's why it's the reason Puffy don't want to give nobody, any artist he deal with, he'll tell you, I'm make it hard for you. I had to do this. He wants you to endure what he endured. And I felt bad in a sense because he was only trying to feed his family. You get what I'm saying? And he became a victim, and it turned him into a monster just trying to hide his own secrets and not living his truth. And now he in prison just from all this comes from one man not living his truth. I swear to God. Had Puffy just been who he is at heart, it might have been a few jokes. We joked about RuPaul. He's still a boss. You get what I'm saying? I feel bad for the people that got hurt trying to hide his secrets. All the people that been victimized, all the people that been put under the influence so they don't remember certain things because of who he is. And as long as you're under the influence, it ruins your credibility of speaking about anything. So I can understand why he probably kept drugs in the party. You get what I'm saying? All this behavior falls in line behind one thing, trying to hide secrets. So now you got to use this to cover that. And now this makes you cover for that. And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It never stops. It's a cycle. That's why I don't live in fear. I don't hide secrets. I'm not scared of nobody. I don't do none of that. I live for God. Man, you live that way, your ass ain't got to worry about nothing. You know one thing that's crazy to me though, because I know him, is me picturing them in the cell. And that shit made me feel a little bad. That's the only thing. Like, I don't like the nigga or whatever. I still got love for the nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be in here right now if it wasn't for that dude. Regardless of what, it was 40,000 people. He had to hear something from me. He had to hear my talent. He had to pick me out. He had to learn my personality. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't always easy to deal with me every day too. They used to have shit on the motherfucking refrigerator. We had like notes of what people, when people come in the house, they'll know, what to deal with or whatever. On the notes, they'll be like, let Fred sleep an extra 45 minutes. Like, this nigga is like, because when I woke up, I had a bad attitude and I used to get up or whatever, but they done did too much. They did a lot to help me get where I ain't gonna say where I'm at in life, because really it's like, where am I? I'm 40, I don't own the properties or nothing, you know what I'm saying? And people don't understand, why you blaming Puffy? I'm not blaming Puffy. I can't get time back. I dedicated my time to a situation to provide for my family, which I'm talking about. When I was into it, I never went home like everybody got to go home on the weekends. I was the furthest away. So I was really dedicated to changing my situation. I was really dedicated and showed love to a person who I felt like in the end what I learned was only playing with us, and it made me react a certain way.
Dang, bro. It's so much to unfold in this situation. You've been hearing this Diddy news for the past week, ever since he got locked up. And I just seen a TMZ footage of them arresting him in New York City. After all these years, everything is finally catching up to him. That's what happens when you do people wrong, man. Just like that saying, all bad comes to light eventually. So that's what's happening right now. Everything that he did wrong is coming to the light. And now he's dealing with it right now. I look at this kind of like a R. Kelly type of situation where R. Kelly was known for doing all this stuff and he finally got caught. But this is a even worse situation, I think, because Diddy's way more bigger than R. Kelly. Diddy was known to be this mogul, this big figure. He making all this money. He put all these people on. But it's been a lot that's been coming out saying Diddy screwed over a lot of people. Everybody that's watching this video should learn from this situation. Don't go through life doing people wrong. Do good to people that do good to you. Because if you don't, it's going to come back and bite you in the end. But we'll see how this all pans out. It's not looking too good for him. And I hope the best for his children that got to go through this situation. Just because you got money don't mean you can make everything go away. Money can't fix everything, especially when it comes to this kind of stuff. All the stuff that you've been accused of doing, you can't fix that with money. But that's all I got for you guys. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm gone. Peace.